Welcome back. We are joined tonight by Ms. Vincia Cloete, who is the Executive Director of the Namibia Institute of Corporate Governance. Now, the NICG has the primary mandate of promoting and enhancing sound corporate governance practices in Namibia. The Institute is reviving its winter edition of Fireside Conversations. And to tell us more about this, of course, is Executive Director Vincia Cloete. Vincia, welcome and thank you so much for joining us on the Daily Roundup.
Good evening, and thank you for having me.
Well, in a nutshell, what does good governance or good corporate governance entail?
Right. Let me just say that corporate governance entails putting in place some practices, rules, and processes in place to govern or control an entity. That's any type of organization, whether it's a company, a church, or any other type of organization or entity. Good governance then entails making sure that you implement those systems and processes by assigning power. So you appoint ethical leaders and defining roles and responsibilities and governing the communication with stakeholders, as well as ensuring accountability. Bad corporate governance, on the other hand, would be making sure that there's corruption, fraud, and unethical leadership in an entity by not putting in place these structure systems and by not appointing these ethical leaders to take control and oversight of an entity, basically.
So would you say that businesses in Namibia are compliant with these requirements?
So I always get this question, and the short of the long answer is that governance is multifaceted, and in every entity you'd have to do an assessment to see what type of systems, processes, and governing codes the company is prescribed to or subscribed to, and whether they are implementing those within the context of the own entity or the organization. So one would have to do an assessment of the specific entity to see whether they are applying these principles. But like I said, if you are appointing the correct leadership, ethical leadership, and you are assigning the powers to these entities, and you delineating role and responsibilities amongst them, and making sure that there's accountability and so on, I guess you're on the right track. But every entity will need to assess their own governance framework to see whether they are in compliance with those standards and the national standards, whether they are applying King 4 or the NAM code or whatever practice or corporate governance code that they're following.
Now, the NICG has been known to host impactful fireplace conversations as part of a winter series. When are you starting this year's edition?
We're starting this Thursday, and we're so excited to start this Thursday. This is the 15th of June, and we hosted, it's obviously live streamed on the Namibian newspaper Facebook page, as well as the NICG Facebook page, and we're really looking forward. Our first conversation is about the governance of natural resources, and we're looking at the triple bottom line accountability that the institutions or the entities have and that the state has, and we actually looking particularly on the aspect of people. And on the next two sessions, follow-up sessions, we'll look at planet and profit separately.
So practically speaking, tell us, what does governance of natural resources entail in the Namibian context?
So to put it mildly, and for the purpose of preserving interest for Fireplace Conversations, which is going to take place on Thursday, and to lure some interest to that conversation, I just say that governance of natural resources just entails the state taking accountability for managing natural resources, which is a state asset, the correct way and making sure that not only the state derives benefit from it, but also so does the environment and the people who are supposed to benefit from these natural resources. And this is the conversation that we're going to have for the next 3 weeks. And then after that, we have some particularly interesting topics that we're going to cover. So for natural resources, please tune in on Thursday at 6 p.m. on our Facebook pages, and please come with comments and interventions and just join the conversation.
Well, of course, it's not our intention to let you spill all the beans. So let's get back to the series. How many episodes will there be in this series of the podcast? And what can viewers expect in the coming weeks?
So last year, we started this for the first time, and we called it Fireplace Conversations because it's a winter series. This year, we start again in June. And our first session, like I said, is on Thursday, the 15th of June. And we're going to cover 10 series. 10 episodes. Last year, we also covered 10, and that was perfect. I think it's just a good number because we have it every Thursday of the month. So for the next 10 Thursdays until August the 31st, we'll be hosting Fireplace Conversations. What you can expect is that we'll be bringing together experts, subject matter experts. We'll be bringing together industry leaders, thought leaders who will come and discuss topics that are not just topical, but that are also relevant to the governance of entities, organizations generally.
And in closing, Vincia, should a business or an individual want to become a member of the NICG, how would they go about that, and what are the benefits of the membership?
Okay, so if I wanted to talk about this right now, it will take us a long time, but just in short, if you wanted to join us, you can contact us at info@nicg.org.na. You can also go to our website, which is www.nicg.org.na, and you can find out more about how to join as a member. There's an online form that you can fill in. It goes directly to us. And then we contact you and we take the conversation from there. The benefits are myriad. So the biggest, I think, benefit is that you're associated with good corporate governance practices and promoting and enhancing that in the Namibian context. And you're being recognized for associating yourself with this agenda. That's the biggest of all. But of course, we offer capacity building. We offer trainings in terms of that. We offer advocacy and there are board evaluations that we do. We do trainings. And there's a lot of activities that we do that you can be involved in, that you can benefit from, obviously, as a member at a discounted rate. And so, yeah, please feel free to join us and form part of this large number of corporates that are already a part of us, and also individuals who are part of our team.
Well, Vincia, let me thank you so much for sharing that with us. And we wish you all the best in your winter series.
Thank you so much for having me. We're looking forward to Fireplace Conversations this year to keep warm and have those cozy conversations that we should be having in every boardroom and every organization this year. Looking forward to seeing everybody there virtually.
Great, thank you so much. Of course, Vincia Cloete, the Executive Director of the Namibia Institute of Corporate Governance, of course, introducing their Fireside Conversations. Well, up next will be the Roundup, so stay tuned.